What's going on, guys? Here in front of me is the EURUSD. Checking the weekly, so pretty much here double top, and ever since then we have been seeing this bearish downtrend here somewhere close to the trend line, which means we could here now head lower. Checking the daily, here kind of a bit of a resistance zone somewhere along here. We could move to the trend line, since we had here a couple of outbreaks before, so we have still some room to the upside actually. If we check the 4-hour chart, so here pretty much consolidation pattern with a bit of here some higher lows, here pretty much stayed the same. But if we go maybe kind of a line around here, then here was kind of a false outbreak, here as well, and here now the second outbreak out of this line. So the second one means here the retest is happening, which means we could consolidate here and then move higher, but at the moment it looks like the momentum is going downside. So since this was first outbreak, second one, we had similar case here, first one and then the second kind of touch, or the third one we went lower. So this could happen here as well, here kind of some smaller outbreaks and then continuing to the downside, which means if we suddenly start to rally, we could look for buys. Otherwise, if we break here, we will go much lower. Here kind of a lower high pattern, which means once breaking above here, or below here actually, the momentum will go lower. Maybe something like this could happen then. Checking the 1-hour chart, so basically here pretty much at this kind of previous support resistance line, smaller one, here are the bigger ones on the down upside. If we quickly draw them, something like this. So we're pretty much in the middle, so I don't like to trade here, I like to trade from the bottom to the upside and vice versa. So checking the 30-minute chart here, looks like we will have lower 50-minute chart pretty much. So pretty much what happened here was this uptrend, consolidation pattern, breaking the line here, back for a retest and all the way down to now the middle line, but looks like we could go much lower. If we check the 1-minute line, it would be much clearer. So pretty much what was happening here, lower higher highs, higher lows, consolidation pattern, breaking retest, lower lows, lower highs, so pretty much on a downtrend. So what happens here, the market will open soon, so we will see, but as always I'm waiting for the market to reach either the top or the bottom, as we did here. So this was the EURUSD. Let's check the GBPUSD as well, since they are pretty similar sometimes at least. So here the daily chart of the GBPUSD. So we kind of rallied here, although the longer term here is kind of a downtrend, but here it looks like we could still move a little bit higher before actually then breaking again if you get rejected here. So the 4-hour chart, pretty much here kind of an uptrend. So what here could be, since here was the uptrend zone, and here we had a bigger space than a consolidation, bigger pullback here, and here the move to the upside is getting smaller, which means here could the consolidation pattern starting to could start, and here could be a double top. So I would wait for maybe a pullback, and if we can see something like this, then I would look for turnarounds. But it looks like we could still go higher, but here the pushes to the upside are getting smaller, which is a sign that we are getting weaker, and we could start to see a turnaround unless we here get another bigger push, since as I said on the daily, here we could actually go a little bit higher, so this could happen. But so this would be kind of a bigger move, but for now, if you don't see this happening, then what could happen? The same here, bigger push, and here suddenly seeing something like this. Here as well, bigger push, and then the pushes get smaller. Here, big one, smaller one, smaller one, small, and then to the side. So I will wait for something like this here on the looking at the GBPUSD. But as I said, we could still go a little bit higher on the daily. So maybe we break here and move to the upside. So this is why I would wait for this consolidation pattern or a slower movement on the 4-hour chart. 5-minute chart, not much going on here, kind of a movement to the upside now, consolidating, which means here we could break down then, but for now I'm waiting for a shorting opportunity for GBPUSD. Let's check the Euro Japanese yen as well. Wait, let me just quickly here draw this one again. So pretty much here looking for shorts. Maybe something like this. So checking the Euro Japanese yen as well. Quickly here on this uptrend, broke this trend line. This is the 4-hour chart. So daily here kind of could be a double top, but here maybe we will form a downtrend. For now, it doesn't look like it. Maybe here on the 4-hour chart is kind of a double top as well. So here again, the movements with the higher moves and then the moves to the upside are getting slower. So if we see a couple of more moves to the side like this, then I would look for shorts here as well. But at the same time, we could suddenly see a break to the upside. Since this is what happened here, bigger move, like here, bigger move, and then started going down, broke this line with a bearish momentum. So this is what I would look out for then as well, and started to the downside. 1-hour chart pretty much here. So here this movement to the upside, and now a bit of consolidation movement, which means if we break at some point, I would look for shorts. So here could also be some selling. This would be the bigger one, something like this, all the way to the downside. The smaller ones could here be as well, looking to short at the top of this area, and here going to the downside. So this would be the scalping method. So pretty much here shorting all the way down. If we check the 5-minute chart as well, so the trade here would be pretty simple. We went higher, broke this, and maybe if we can now see a retest, here would be the entry point, and here the shorting position. to at least here, or if you wanna go all the way down, then this would be the case. So here checking the 1 minute chart. So pretty much here, higher highs, higher lows, consolidation pattern. Now broke this area, kind of a bigger movement to the downside. So maybe we will move to here if we can. This is where the entries would be, and go all the way down. Check the 5 minute chart maybe, or the 50-minute chart. Well, the 50-minute chart is way too big, I would say, for now, but maybe the 5-minute chart here. So, well, not much, but I will wait here, or I will want to see this kind of retest and then short. So this is Euro GBP as well. Then Japanese, British pound and Japanese. So here we see this similar move. If we go back to the forward chart, so here forward chart daily uptrend, and here what could happen is again bigger move, smaller move, and here could be a double top and then a move to the downside on the daily. Here the forward chart, let's check what's going on here. So pretty much still on his uptrend though, but 1 hour chart. So here these kind of bigger moves, and now kind of a messy move to the right side. 45-minute chart, 30 minutes chart. So here kind of a head and shoulders pattern, could be, might not be. Here 50-minute chart, still kind of an uptrend here within this, well, could be kind of a wedge. So here would be an outbreak soon, which I would assume could actually lead to this area. So here would be the target. If we check the 5-minute chart, so pretty much here this uptrend, now breaking this zone, but unless we don't break here and see retest a bit of a bigger one, then this wouldn't mean too much, because we could see the same as here. We broke down and then suddenly still went higher, which could happen here as well. But if you check the 1-minute chart, so here higher highs, higher lows, consolidation pattern, break, and now what I would look out for is the retest and short to here. So this would be the, to at least here or to here. This was the GBP Japanese yen as well, short GBP Japanese yen.